Hello and welcome to your stretch and relax. So, if you are looking for some ease and to maybe deload a little bit from a tough day, or to have yourself nice and easy to get you ready for a day as well, then you are very much in the right place. So just start by moving yourself around, finding some nice ease. If you find any little areas or niggles in your body that you want to address, please give them some attention. Let's not ignore anything that our body's telling us. So just have a wee explore around. You can do anything you want here. There's no right or wrong. Listening to what your body's telling you is always important. And when you're ready, we'll come back to a more centered space. We'll take a few breaths. So a nice big inhale through your nose. Feel how that lifts your body, and a big exhale to relax. And we'll come on down onto your back. So again, finding yourself there in the best way you know how. I like to hold on to my knees, push my lower back down first, and then roll down nice and gently. Giving myself a nice big hug here. And then let your feet drop. Take your heels out, your toes kind of facing each other, and your knees just fall on in. Get yourself nice and relaxed. We'll do a version of the calming breath here. So closing your eyes, we'll take an inhale for 4. So 2, 3, 4. Pause for 4. So 2, 3, 4. Exhale for 4. 2, 3, 4. And pause for 4. 2, 3, 4. Inhale. 2, 3, 4. Pause. 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 2, 3, 4. Pause. 2, 3, 4. Inhale. 2, 3, 4. Pause. 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 2, 3, 4. Pause. 2, 3, 4. And continue off on your own breath. So every inhale for 4. Pausing for 4. Exhaling for 4. Pausing for 4. Just going in that square pattern. Taking your right hand onto your lower belly, feeling every rise and fall. Still counting those breaths. You might want to bring your left hand to your chest. Continuing on with those breaths of 4, pauses for 4. Wherever you are in your breath count, just start to come back to your natural breath. You can take your hands back down by your side. Bring your right knee in for a hug here. Big squeeze. With every exhale, see if you can draw it in just a little bit deeper here. Every exhale cues your body to relax. It allows you to find a little bit of a deeper stretch if your body wants it. Keeping a hold of that right knee, just toe heel your left foot over to the right side of your mat underneath your right sit bone, and just let your knee flop down and your hip open. If that's too intense for you, just send your foot away a little bit. And with every exhale, pulling your right knee in again. This might be a really nice stretch for you. It might be a little bit too much. Just find where works for you. Remembering you can take that heel away from you if that works a little bit better. Big inhales, and with every exhale, just pulling in a little bit more. And then taking your left hand down, keeping your right hand on your right knee. Take an inhale, and with your exhale, open up a little bit, nice and gently. Don't force anything open too much. And again, if you want to send that left heel away a little bit, find where works for you. A nice stretch is what we're looking for. Nothing too intense. This always is quite intense on me. I like a good hip stretch. And then let that right knee cross on over, help over with your left hand. We'll go for a little bit of a twist here, trying to keep your right shoulder down. You can look out towards your right hand there, let it flop open. If that's not comfortable in your neck, just take your gaze upwards towards the ceiling. With your next exhale, allow that right knee to come back. Bring your left knee in as well. Readjust your hips. Roll your back here. And then we'll let that right foot flop towards the floor, interlacing your fingers around that left knee. You can rock a little bit here before we go into any real stretches here. Take an inhale. And with your exhale, we'll just hug on in. You might feel this in your hip flexors. You might feel it in your back a little bit, your glutes. I usually feel it in my hip flexors a lot more. And you can continue to move from side to side. Don't stay stuck anywhere. And then start to toe heel your right foot towards the left side there. Under your left buttocks, let the knee flop towards the ground if that's nice for you. If that's a little bit too much, feel free just to take that heel away a little, that's fine too. Big inhale, and with your exhale, just pulling that knee in a little bit closer here. Nice big hip stretch. Every inhale opens you up, and every exhale allows you to push a little bit further if that's where your body wants to go. Releasing a little bit here. Let your right hand come to the floor, your left hand still over that knee. Big inhale. And with your exhale, you can open up that left hip a little bit more to the side. And again, if this is too intense, send that right heel away a little bit. Finding where works for you. can keep this dynamic. You don't have to stay still. You can rock and roll from side to side, moving nice and gently. And with your next exhale, send that left knee over, holding onto it with your right hand, taking your left hand out to your side there. You can take your gaze over towards that left hand or simply gazing on upwards. Taking a few deep breaths. And with your next exhale, allow that left knee to come back, readjust the right side and bring everything in for a hug. And when you're ready, we're going to spin on over to all fours, but find yourself there in the best way you know how. So your challenge is to get there really slowly. That's my challenge for you. So I want you to get there really, really slowly in the easiest way you can. No matter whether you're being strong or whether you're being relaxed, always get there in the easiest way you can. So let's take a big inhale, open up to your right side. So take that right hand up, exhale and bring that right hand through and thread it underneath the left side, driving your right shoulder towards the floor. Now if that doesn't feel comfortable for you, feel free to grab a pillow, so stay there if it's fine. If not, feel free to grab a pillow on the way out the side, and back, and back, and back, and pop your left shoulder on top of it. So this just takes that away a little bit, allows you to get that stretch without overdoing it. Let your hips be wherever they want to be. Don't ever let anybody tell you in this position that your hips should be anywhere, because they don't know your body like you know your body. So let them be where they want to be. We'll take one more breath here. We'll move on over to the other side. So if you have your pillow, just move on over to the other side for that comfort. If not, just go for the ground. We'll take an inhale to open up on the left side. And exhale to thread on through underneath that right side. You can go straight for the floor. You can have your shoulder on the pillow, your head on the pillow. And let your hips be where they want to be. Don't force anything from them. Take one more breath here. With your exhale, we'll come on back up onto all fours. Toes together, knees apart. We'll sink on through to a child's pose here. You have options. You can be here in a child's pose, wide knee. You can take your hands up overhead. You can thread them in between your legs and take your gaze to one side. This is a nice restorative child's pose. But this might feel uncomfortable for you. You might want to go into a down dog, stretching off your hamstrings. Keep it nice and relaxed with nice soft knees. Find your restorative, relaxing place. If you're in a child's pose with your hands through and your head to one side, spin around, supporting yourself with a hand. Spin that face around and resettle back into the pose. And we'll get a nice release on the neck here as well. you're in a child's pose, coming back onto all fours. If you're in a down dog, coming back onto all fours. Shimmy the hips around a little bit here, and then we will meet on our bottoms. So we're just going to take a moment to ease on off in this seated position. So if we bring your hands up with a big inhale, take a gentle back bend here, and then twist around to your right side, holding one big inhale. Exhale allows you to twist a little further. We'll come back around to center here. Inhale high, small back bend if it feels nice. And twist on round to your left side. Coming back to your center again, we'll walk back, open up a bit here. And with your exhale, folding on forward, you might want to go without a cushion here and take a nice deep stretch, or you might want to pop your cushion underneath you for a little bit of support. Find what works for you. The cushion can be in front of the knees, it can be up on top. Where are you finding a nice stretch for you? You might even change a little bit with every exhale. You might find you can go a little bit deeper. Just find where works for you today. Coming back up with your exhale here, popping your legs out in front, taking a moment to open up again with an inhale. And as you exhale, nice soft knees, nice and gently, coming back over for one more big breath. When you're ready, we'll just meet back in our seated position. So I find comfort with my legs crossed, but you might not. So just get yourself really comfortable. Close your eyes, take your gaze low. We'll take an inhale through the nose. And a long exhale out through the mouth. Big inhale. Long exhale. Big inhale. Long exhale. Gently open your eyes. I hope that brought you some ease. Is making you feel much more comfortable in your body, or having you feel much more comfortable in your body. If you're settling down for a nice long sleep, or just getting ready to respond better to the day, remember to take this practice into your everyday life. You can always breathe, you can always take a wee stretch and find the easiest way possible to get everywhere. Okay, I hope you enjoyed that, and I will see you next week for more stretchy, wonderful fun.